we start at the beginning? Hi, knitters.
Fourth time's a charm.
Happy Friday. Believe it or not, this is the fourth time we have tried to bring you guys episode 53 of The Grocery Girls.
You mentioned there was some sort of solar. I think there's something going on.
I have no idea what's going on. We normally have no issues with our internet. We've got this great new setup. It's been no problem. But over the last 2 days, we could not.
2 years, you guys, we've done this.
Yeah,
and not
this is
had
crazy.
an issue.
I don't know what's been going on. I'm so pissed, to be quite honest.
I know, because
I'm a little frustrated.
I like the interaction with the live.
Me too.
And so that's...
Thanks to everybody that tried to join us live.
Yeah.
We're just going to go old school and record it for you guys and upload it. It'll just take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But everything's all
everybody.
good. What's been going on in your life? It was Valentine's Day this week, which is kind of not a giant deal for us. We like it. I mean...
I made a nice dinner. We had these heart-shaped steaks.
That's cute.
I made lava cakes. We actually did all that the day before because Shane is Wednesday night hockey night.
Yeah.
So we don't make it a giant deal. I get little things for my girls, bath bombs and flowers.
Yeah.
And my mom just said F YouTube.
You wonder where the F-bombs come from. So we were just live, and now we're getting some texts, which are hilarious.
So I'm just going to respond to Mom and just say, too much trouble.
Too much techie issues. I don't know what's going on, but it's super disappointing because I love the whole uploading without editing. And we're not going to be editing this either. We'll just upload it, but it'll still take some hours of time to upload it. So anyway,
yeah, that's a bummer, huh?
I'll be able to add in maybe our music at the beginning, which we haven't done for a long time, and I really like that, but... so yeah, Valentine's is fun. Our wedding anniversary is the week before Valentine's, so I feel like by the time Valentine's rolls around, we've already celebrated.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Valentine's Day is fun, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love flowers or chocolate or whatever? But I think of it as kind of a fake holiday, right? Like, if you love someone, tell them every day.
Exactly.
Not just once a year because Hallmark says you have to. It's all good. It's all good.
Jordan had grad pictures.
That's a big deal. That's really it means things are close. The grad is close.
I know. We got her dress we talked about. Yeah. Grad pictures. I find once spring break hits, and that's 4 weeks away.
That's crazy.
It's a downhill slide very quickly to
exams. Yeah.
It's going to go by so quickly.
Well, and February is that super quick month. It's already the 16th. It's crazy. I can't believe it's already halfway over. So,
do you ever have one of those days where your sleep was so bad that you wake up in the morning, you're already thinking, when's the next time I can be in bed?
How long till I go to bed? Yes.
Yes.
That day for me was yesterday.
Mine was today.
And we were podcasting and I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired.
So
I slept like a rock last night though.
Did you?
Yes.
For some reason, I could not get to sleep till after 1. And then I can't remember, but I woke up with a bit of a nightmare. I can't remember what it was. So I was up at 3:30 for half an hour and then up again at 6:45.
Ugh.
Yeah. So the first thing I thought this morning, when am I going to get a nap? But now once you're out of bed, you're good.
Oh yeah, once you get going. And for me, it's coffee. Oh my God. I love coffee. I literally, when I wake up in the morning, it's like, I need my coffee. I love the way it smells. I love the way it tastes. And it's my only cup of the day. So what
if you didn't have it?
I miss it a lot. And I've been places where I have to have tea or whatever instead. It's not the same for me.
Yeah.
I think it's just habit. I love the smell. Even if it's like it's not even so much the caffeine, I don't think.
Yeah. You know what I did this morning? I went to Cosmo 30 at the high school where Jordan is in Cosmo and had my hair color.
It looks really good. I was just going to say, I love your hair color.
I love this color. My hair's very, would you say mousy? It's
ashy. Ashy. I have the same ashy tone.
Yeah. So it's not hugely flattering.
Sometimes people call it dishwater, like...
A little bit.
Not super...
Thank you.
Like,
I like dishwater.
It's dull. It's whatever.
So we get so silly and we giggle and it's pretty fun.
That would be really fun.
Yeah. So I knit for over an hour.
Did you?
Sat there. She applied hair color. We giggled. And
what did the kids, the teenagers, so these are like teenager, high school people. What did they think of your knitting?
Yeah, they were asking.
Did they ask?
They love it.
Yeah.
They said, oh, I love that.
Yeah. I like it when people get interested in your knitting because I'll knit anywhere. People say, what's your favorite place to knit in public? Anywhere.
I'm not embarrassed to whip it out.
Anywhere.
I will whip it out.
Of course you will.
You don't even have to ask and I'll whip it out.
It's always hanging out. my knitting.
Guess what?
What?
Tracy and I.
Oh yeah, this is fun.
Revamped. Oh my gosh.
Can I tell you how many messages we get for this all the time? So people...
Don't message us today.
Please don't message. This is your message.
Do you guys see? The grocery cart and yarn balls are sparkle.
We got new enamel pins, but I thought, why get the same ones? So we changed up the color. These ones are silver instead of gold. And they're sparkle because...
Sparkle.
Sparkle. Why not?
So there's that one. And look! Sock Talk!
Well, that was a given, right? That had to happen.
So I don't know if it's picking up, but it's clearly, those Sock Talk letters are sparkle as well. How adorable. In our colors.
Okay, I mean, I'm loving the enamel pins.
What did Mom say?
Mom's text and she says, thanks, girls. It must be so frustrating for you two. You guys look great. Jodi, I love your hair. Talk to you later.
My mom's always saying it. She's so funny. When I get my hair cut when it was really short, she goes...
Like well, and I would always say to you, oh, I love your hair. You go, yeah, I'm cutting it tomorrow.
I know.
And so, but now you've got more... I'm like, but it's still short up here.
It's super short here, as short as it was before. But this is where I've kept length.
And you've got natural wave, so it's still
this is air dry and product.
Yeah,
super easy to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, distraction. How fun is this? Let me tell you very clearly, these are not in our Etsy shop yet.
Don't ask. But, and we are going to Denver to film off our needles next week.
Yeah.
And to Stitches.
So after we get back.
It's top of the list of things to do when we get back.
When we podcast midweek in 2 weeks from now, they will be up. We will let you know.
The end of the month. I'm thinking like February 28th, March 1st-ish. And we have lots. So please don't panic. And we will always be getting more. So don't feel badly if you don't get one. But... these are the first round of our silver sparkle and our Sock Talk pin.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah, and then next time we'll change it up. Maybe we'll get an enamel pin of my face.
Well, there you go. Why not? Who wouldn't want that? I would like a giant one of that.
Do you remember? I would love someone to do a caricature of us.
Oh, I have a... Yes, I would love that.
Or the emoji one, the Bitmojis.
I know. I know. Tell us, you guys, in the comments below.
Jordan did it for me.
Okay, so you know the app. I want the app because I love fooling around with stupid stuff like
I know.
that.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
So that's really fun.
I like those cartoony things.
That was our day. That was my morning. That was our week.
Yeah. I had, you know what? I woke up this morning and I have just finished our work knitting. So I was in my pajamas knitting a sock this morning.
Did you block it?
No. But so that's this weekend, which is good. And it was my treat. It was my treat morning. Oh my gosh, it was great. But you know, when you've been knitting it for a while, now you've kind of accomplished it. You're done, which is always exciting to finish a project and start something new.
It is
so I'm
fun.
really excited to do that. And I was watching our, podcasts. Diane, Suburban Stitcher, and Yarn Hoarder, and
that's a good way to
Yarngasm. It was the best day so far. It's been a great day. And then I'm going to have a celebratory finished your knitting pedicure later. Going for a pedi. Yeah. It was my carrot, in front of, you can't go for a pedicure till you finish your work.
Do you know how long it's been since I had one?
So long.
My polish has grown off.
Mine too, which is weird for me. So I'm really going to appreciate it, because I haven't been for a long time.
Through the winter, I don't get them as much.
I don't either. And it's very dry here.
It's like I've got a ridge on my heel.
Yeah, it's really dry.
Should we talk knitting?
That's gross.
Totally.
Yes. Let's show everybody what we've been knitting again. I hope we can remember everything. Like what? So fanfare. This is finished objects.
The
Jodi.
The easy bulky one.
Okay.
Do you guys remember? I used Corey in the Obsidian colorway, which is a bulky weight yarn. The little details that I really love are the picked up stitches on the wrong side, so you get this ridge on your shoulders and your sleeve. I mean, I knit twice as much ribbing than Hohi asked. You guys, I'm covered in thread because I was wearing it sewing yesterday. So I lengthened the ribbing.
Yeah.
And it's just this
Jodi,
boxy.
It looks so good on you.
This little, it's hard to show.
Let me just fold this up so you could even take half a step back.
So it's hard to show, but you guys, I thought being bulky weight would add bulk where you didn't want bulk, right? When you're not slim. But I can't tell you how nice it was.
It does not look oversized. It looks kind of like it's the perfect sweater.
Well, let me tell you, as soon as I cast off, it was like, when can I get yarn to cast on again?
What color do you think you'd like? Would you buy more quarry?
I may buy more quarry because my first choice of quarry was a really deep navy.
Yeah.
That I really wanted, but they didn't have enough. So
maybe they have it at Stitches.
That would be, I'm going to get another sweater weight. The other thing I did was when you pick up for the neck, the pattern calls for 3 rounds knit and then bind off. I did 6 or 7. I wanted a little bit more of a roll.
I love that little roll edge like that.
You could even go farther and do a turtleneck.
You totally could.
Right? Or ribbing.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hohi Locatelli, the easy bulky one. Yeah. And Pleasure.
And it's your first time knitting with woolen spun yarn.
Yeah, and people talk about,
which is I think very important for this.
Okay,
with being bulky because it's not heavy.
It's got that honeycombish sort of hollowy properties that I was worried I would only be able to wear this on like the most freezing days.
Right.
It's not over hot, and I'm a hot person.
Right.
It's not too hot.
Yes. Okay, so that's great to know because
I'm
hesitant to knit a sweater in bulky because I don't want to be super hot and limited to when I can wear it.
Yeah.
But if it's better for just regular kind of temperature days in the winter, I think I would knit one because who doesn't want to knit a sweater? I feel like you could just bang one of these out in no time.
It didn't take too long.
Like if you were monogamous and knit it, just that, I bet you could have it done in a week or 10 days.
Yeah, some of our test knitters were done
2
in
weeks.
3 or 4 days.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
That would be all day knitting. I only knit later evening. So
right.
I was 3 weeks later evening.
Yeah. And even that is a great length of time.
Yeah. So Jodi, I just loved it.
Beautiful.
I'm thrilled.
I'm totally going to knit one. And I would like to do it in Brooklyn Tweed. Because I've always said, you know, I knit a cowl in Brooklyn Tweed. And I just feel like it's really going to be great sweater yarn.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I had no issues with this yarn. I would I had such a great experience. I would highly recommend it.
Good.
Yeah. Next one might be even worsted.
Yes.
Right? Worsted version. Like the boxy. Right? The worsted boxy.
Right.
Is basically this.
Right. Okay, that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I love the tweedy too. It's not very tweedy.
No.
It's just a little bit tweedy.
No.
So
I love it.
I do. I love it too.
Okay. Do you have an FO?
Do I have FOs? I don't think I do. Not this week. Not this week. I have works in progress that I haven't shown anybody yet. So
okay, you show work in progress.
Okay. So if we're talking about test knitting and Hohi, I'm also doing that. I'm testing her washed out shawl.
It's pretty.
Which is really beautiful. So it's 3 skeins, 3 different colors of yarn that are kind of, and they sort of blend in their color to each other.
Look at the subtle speckle in here.
Isn't that beautiful? So this is a kit from Yarn Inc. And Jazz is the one on the bottom, which I can't even. I love it so much. The middle one is Breathless, and it's a very beautiful soft gray with some soft speckles. And then the top one is her slate colorway, which is such a pretty gray. And then the shawl is an asymmetrical triangle.
That is a good shape.
So it starts with just a few stitches, which I love. No garter tab or anything like that. You just get going. And you play with your colors, and you go from garter to lace and back again.
Look at that.
Started down here. Isn't it pretty?
Really, really gorgeous. I love this lacy pattern.
Me too. And I feel like I probably screwed it up somehow, but you can't really tell.
This garter is just so beautiful.
So if you want to see this entire finished object, you can actually go to Hohi's YouTube channel, and she's been doing English journal videos.
Yeah, they're fun.
So I love them, and I hope she continues to do lots of these journal videos because she talks about her design process and shows you what she's been working on, and they really are my favorite kind of videos. I love when Susan B. Anderson puts up her videos.
It's fun to get a designer's perspective, right?
I love it. And I listen to Curious Handmade, the audio every week, so those are really, I love them so much. And I'm knitting these Jode on my signature needle that you gave me that I finally found again. Oh my God.
Does this etching play? Oh, it's pretty,
I think
very
it's
smooth.
like laser. It's cut in. Like I can feel the ridges. Okay. These are a
beautiful
pleasure to
Aren't
knit
they?
on. Yes. I bought some.
Did you buy a whole set? You said you were going to do that at Stitches.
Yeah, but shipping wasn't very much, and so I did it on.
What did you buy? A full set? Yes, you did. An interchangeable set.
I'll show you when it comes. But I have to say,
just by your reaction, you bought a big purchase.
It's something I've wanted for a long time. I knit every day, and I believe in really good tools. And I just feel...
Listen, you don't have to explain
I'm not justifying it. It was one of those things where I really did think I've had it in my cart and not hit checkout a lot. But I did. This time I hit checkout.
Good.
So I've got a set coming, and I'll show you.
Well, you're right. There's so many needles, and when you find the right ones, it's...
Well, it is a treat. I love the cable.
It's a combination,
The
you
one
guys.
thing I'm not crazy about with signatures, but I will get used to it. You need a new cord. So this is a 4.5 millimeter needle. I would need an individual cord that only fits the 4.5 millimeter in every length that you want. But typically I only use 1 or 2 cable lengths. So I got everything on a 32-inch cord.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be just fine for me. And if I need other ones, I need other ones.
Yeah. It's rare that I think you would need a large one or a small. Like,
I know.
That would be your go-to length, right?
Yeah. I'm over the moon excited.
Did it ship?
No. Because I literally just did it 2 mornings ago.
Is Signature Needle Arts going to have their own booth? You should have said bring it to Stitches.
Oh, shoot. I guess I could probably do that.
Message them. How fun would that be?
I'm going to go there anyway. We should just go anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess they've been on my brain. I've been loving using this needle so much. I just thought, well, why don't I have more of them if I love them that much, if they really add that much joy to what you're knitting. Yeah. And of course, so I'm knitting with Jazz yarn in my Jazz Mrs. Brown's bag.
That's an oldie.
It looks brand new.
I know.
I use it all.
I know.
It's one of my most used too. I love it, Joe.
So I have an FO. You guys, it's funny.
You have another FO?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't want to keep going. It's fun to go back and forth. So this FO was a whip yesterday.
This is true.
This is Sweet Fiber in her rose gold colorway.
Oh my gosh,
and it's
Jodi.
her worsted cashmere base, you guys.
Can I feel it?
It is
Cashmerino.
80
worsted.
merino, 10 cashmere, 10 nylon, 100% awesome.
100% fabulous.
This rose gold color.
Okay. I love this color so much. She launched this at Knit City this year.
Yeah, that's where I picked this up. It was just a random one. You had gushed over it.
I really did.
And I thought, I'm just going to need a skein of that.
Just see what it's like.
Jordan's girlfriend's having a birthday, and now I think I've created a monster.
Because now all her friends want hats?
Because this is the second friend that's getting a hat because she saw the first ones and asked for one.
Well, you know what?
This was
It's a special gift. And we have boatloads of yarn. What a great way
and you know
to treat these girls. You love to knit hats anyway.
So I used...
Jodi, that's unbelievable.
I used the Violet Waffles pattern.
Okay.
There's 2 versions. If you Google Violet Waffle hat, I'm not using the Violet Waffle hat. Or you just Google waffle hat. There's Violet Waffles, which is a DK weight.
Yeah.
And there's also another version, free version, in a worsted weight.
Okay.
So it's a free pattern, so it calls for...
Oh, isn't that funny? I adapted the Violet Waffle one. I didn't know there was a worsted weight one. That's great.
So I did the worsted weight one in a couple modifications. She wanted to make sure that she could wear it folded up.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah. And then she wanted... I always do extra length. If it tells you to knit to 7 inches... Yeah. Before you start your decreases, without a doubt, on every hat, I knit an extra inch.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
I find it doesn't come low enough. Like it's capish.
I actually think there's nothing worse than a hat that's too shallow.
Right. So this hat, you guys, she's going to be able to wear like this.
She can do beanie or slouchy with what you've done.
Beanie, or then you
totally.
know.
And that's really how she's probably going to wear it. Jodi.
Probably.
She's going to need that length.
Isn't that a good color?
Oh my God, the color, Jodi, the color's outstanding. So this is Sweet Fiber, who's a Vancouver area-based designer. She's got a gigantic booth at Knit City. Sign up for her newsletter because she often does dyed to orders and her shop is amazing.
Feel that, like give it squish.
I already know I'm buying another sweaters quantity when I go.
Like how amazing is her
and maybe
worsted
the
base?
cashmerino this time. I didn't do cashmere this time, but it's still lovely. But this cashmerino is unbelievable. And even just one skein, you could make yourself something
it's
amazing. A beautiful cowl, a beautiful hat.
So
Jodi,
this one's going to live somewhere else.
What a great present.
I love it.
What a great present. I love it. Okay, so I have another work in progress. And I just started this on the weekend.
Speaking of rose gold.
This is crazy. Like, I had no idea you were knitting that.
Do you know how this has been in my stash for 6 months?
Well, since Knit City.
And I just pulled it out.
Well, I've been looking at mine for a long time. And so here's my swatch. I've actually started a sweater. This is rose gold.
It really does look like rose gold.
It's just, that's the best name for it, right? Yeah. It is really kind of terracotta, but it's more pinky than that. So I'm knitting the Hamilton sweater by Jose Paquin out of this Strong and Free book. So this is a combination of patterns by Heidi Kiermaier and Jose, and 2 Canadian designers, and they used all Canadian yarns. And I think I'm going to knit everything in this book. This is an unbelievable. Everything in here appeals to me.
Look at
that hat. It's so you, Jodi. It's like a basket weave, and then a multicolored pom-pom. We should show everybody. Look how cute that hat is. So
I might need to buy that pattern.
Didn't
they give us this book?
Yeah.
I could just photocopy it.
And they
because that's not
you can buy it with an ebook too. So you can go to Ravelry and get these patterns immediately.
I should buy the ebook because I really want to knit this sweater too.
Oh my God. So I started the Hamilton. That's what I'm knitting. And this is a very fun knit.
You guys, that shape is so beautiful.
I just felt the need to put a worsted weight sweater on the needles and finish one because I thought maybe it'll be done before we go on holidays.
Oh yeah, you can.
So this is the top of the back, but the front is going to look basically the same.
Where's the neck? Is it a boat neck?
The neck is here.
Okay.
Here. And I have to say, as I've been working on this, I don't often have a thing that's like my absolute favorite. Like I can use lots of needles, lots of yarns, but I've decided this is my absolute favorite stitch marker.
Me too.
I think they're so versatile.
I use the colored ones.
Open. I like them colored. I like the metal. They're weightless. You can have one of those projects with 1 million stitch markers and it's not weighting
I'm not
your
big
project.
to have one of I love the charms and I have several.
Yeah, me too.
I don't
I love them, but I feel like these are the things that are my go-to. So anyway, so it goes like this. This is the top of the back. And I'm almost finished this. Just a few more rows.
These pearl bumps.
And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to knit the top of the front. And then when I knit it down to the same length, I'm going to join it in the round and just knit down and pick up sleeves. So this was my Sunday knitting. And I have it backwards.
This 1x1 rib is so
okay, there we go.
Squishy, you guys.
The yarn, this is a project that's giving me a giant amount of joy. Yeah. The pattern, the yarn, and my needle. These are the Zing needles. This is another one that I love.
I do love them. I use mine all the time.
These are an excellent price point, and I love these needles.
I would choose them again and
again. If I had to just buy one set of needles, this was probably the set I would buy.
Because it's so affordable.
It's super affordable, and I just love them. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think they're pointy enough. They're not going to poke a hole in your finger.
I agree.
But they're not dull. I love everything about them. So this is a great project. I love it.
The color's going to be so pretty on you.
I'm alternating skeins. And I'm already trying to figure out what color of Sweet Fiber I need next. But I'll wait till Knit City.
Isn't that funny? As soon as I finished that hat, I thought, I need to add a couple more cashmere worsted back into my stock. Because I used to.
Yeah. So you can go to Melissa's website and check out her shop. I don't know what she's got in it.
I need a couple of cashmere worsted, so
Sign
I
up-
might do that.
Sign up for her newsletter.
Yeah.
She actually had trio packs at one point of her cashmere worsted where she would just send you
And you got one
3
of those.
colors. I got the sock one.
Right.
But yeah,
I should have got the cashmere one.
her shop is full of beautiful things.
Yeah.
And it's living in my new bucket bag, Jodi.
I'm having so much fun knitting these, or sewing these.
This is, I can't even tell you how much I love this thing.
And this is one of my new patterns, or my new fabrics. This is called Mountain Range.
What yarn is that?
It is Fawn and the Fox.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I bought these from her website. She has beautiful yarn as well, and
She really does.
yeah. Kelly knit it for me.
Did she?
Yes.
Oh, well, I have to tell you, it is the perfect sweater bag. I've got all the yarn I'm going to need in here, like 6 skeins or whatever.
You know, I think it's so versatile for this sort of idea. It could be a cozy memories blanket with all of your stash.
It could be all your socks.
It could be all your socks. It could be several whips all
It could
together.
be your wallet and a giant shawl, and you just put this on and go out to knit night. Like, I
Yeah.
love it, Jodi. I absolutely love it.
I'll talk more about Mrs. Brown's
Okay.
bags at the end, but
Okay.
I thank you. I think they're
I love
fun
it.
too.
Love it, love it.
Okay.
Okay, Joe.
Did you want to talk about that magnet board?
Well, this is one thing I am using with this a lot. It's just this Knitter's Pride. It's a chart keeper. So this side is magnetic. These are the magnets holding it on, because there's a little series of charts that you follow. They're super, super easy. And one of them is repeated like all the way across. So these other ones are just little bits on the end, but I've lined them up in the order of my row.
So that is so smart.
And then this bar is just, I just move it up and down depending what row I'm on. And then this magnet is so strong that it never moves. It never moves it.
Awesome.
So I close it, and I've got my pattern in here too. I just shove it in there. And there's even a little zipper pocket. So if you wanted stitch markers or another needle and a little loop for a pen.
That's really
And this
great.
was super affordable. We bought this, you bought this for me, right?
$20.
At Stash. It was less.
No, Fiber Nook.
Oh, at the Fiber Nook here in Edmonton. Okay, well that's
It was so inexpensive.
even better.
It's on the Knit Picks website, and I believe it's on the Fiber Nook one as well.
Okay, so I have tried other ways to keep track of charts. This is my favorite way.
Well, and I like that it's all together.
Yeah.
Like you can put everything in one thing. It stays together.
It's not gigantic.
Yeah.
So this is the smaller one of. There's actually a bigger one.
Right.
This is not that big one, but it is Knitter's Pride right there.
I said Knit Picks, right? It's on Knit Picks or Knitter's Pride website.
It's Knitter's Pride, so it might be on Knit Picks. I don't know.
Right. There's lots of places you can get them.
And these snaps, like you can snap it open. So this is when I'm working on it. I snap the little thing, and it's like a little tent, so it sits up like that.
So
I love
good.
it. I love it. Using it a ton.
Yeah.
That's a great thing.
It's funny you do that. I use my iPad. I have my iPad propped up.
But
that
then, this magnet, now I can move it up and down my chart.
Well, if I got my fan on, the pattern blows away. So that would be perfect.
Yeah, it is. It's great. I do
Love
use
it's
my
a good tool.
iPhone for just like patterns.
Yeah.
I'll just always have my pattern propped up.
Okay, so
Hey, what else is going on in the world of knitting with Jodi Brown?
because
We've got a lot of knitting people.
because I've
Settle
cast
in.
off my hat, this rose gold hat last night. Maddie picked a yarn,
Yeah.
and it's spun right round.
Oh. Doesn't she have good taste?
She does. This is called Crowded Cloud,
Oh.
which it's like periwinkle.
The color is
and
unbelievable.
It's like bluebell color.
Is it DK?
Yes.
Yeah.
Squishy DK, but look at all the speckles.
Yeah. The color is unbelievable, and it's going to look so beautiful on
Guess
your
what she wants?
redhead
Those
daughter.
2
Oh, yeah.
baby pink
Perfect.
pom-poms.
Jodi, this is going to be adorable.
And she wears a hat almost as often as I do. She doesn't have a blueberry waffle hat or a violet waffle hat.
Oh, she has to have one.
So this is the DK weight version. So I use this. Actually, I didn't. Violet Waffles is a DK weight pattern, and it asks you to cast on 108 DK stitches.
Okay.
I find that's too big, because if you wear it often, it does get a bit of a stretch out. So I went down to 100 stitches.
Okay.
And I've done this before, and
Maddie's got a regular size head.
She's got a full adult head.
Yeah.
So
and lots of thick hair.
Yes. So DK weight, think about a few less stitches.
Yeah. You could even go down multiples of 4, right? Because it's a
So I did 2 multiples of 4,
yeah.
right? So this is me starting. But look at the swoosh it's making and the swirls.
Oh my God. Speckled yarn is magical. It really, really is. Hand-dyed speckled yarn is so, I mean, you get the most original. There's never going to be a hat exactly like this. Even though you can buy that yarn, it may not be identical. So I love that.
I love it too. So this is really fun. So this is what I worked on today at the hair salon.
Jodi, it's so beautiful. Don't you love it now that you're into the pattern? How do you feel about ribbing? I feel like it's something I just have to get through. Even on a sock.
I enjoy ribbing.
Do you?
I'm happy when it's over.
Me too.
But it's not a get through.
I don't hate it, but I'm always happy
when I'm through
to be like, okay, now we're on to the fun part.
Yeah.
I always think. Well, that's really cool.
What's
now
next?
You're still doing works in progress.
Do you not have anything else?
Works in progress? I have sock talk.
Okay, so I have one more work in progress, and I'll chat about that. This is O Wool.
So beautiful.
Do you want to take out the tag?
Yes.
Bluebell colorway.
Beautiful.
I'm crazy about this yarn.
So this is organic merino, 50% organic merino, 50% alpaca from farms in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah. So they were local they were fairly local in Rhinebeck.
Right.
Yes.
Oh
they were another one you would have loved.
Okay, I remember being in the booth.
Do you remember?
They had a great booth at Rhinebeck.
Didn't they?
In that barn? At Stitches.
It's pretty far. Maybe Stitches East. Do they have a Stitches East?
They have a Stitches Midwest, probably. Well, Vogue Knitting Live is also out east. I don't know what else they have.
Do you remember I cut my knitting? So I fixed it. It's just, instead of a purl in
You're
between.
never going to know.
No one will know. I will, but no one will.
And where is that on your sweater? At the back?
At my butt crack.
Oh, you're never going to know. Nobody's ever going to know.
So after I steeked it, I finished the left front and the right front and the back.
You've knit a lot.
I've seamed the shoulders, which I love.
Love it.
And picked up for one of the sleeves.
Okay, so this is going to be really nice.
Yeah. So because it's not the raglan increases as you knit, so this part hasn't been knit yet.
Right.
So you have to do lots of short rows to get some shaping in there.
I love that.
And so that's what I've done here. I have very few rows, maybe 3 or 4 more rows before I just start straight knitting.
Yeah. Jodi, that's really nice structure. So
Isn't it?
Yes. So you had to pick up stitches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this is going to sit over here, but then the collar is 9 inches that you fold back to 4.5.
Okay.
So isn't that going to be great? I think I'll wear this a lot. This is the Georgetown cardigan by Hannah Fede.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So do you think you would want all of that to fold back?
No. I might do...
Because that's something you can customize.
A 3-inch that just sits flat.
Right.
Right? And and the nice thing about that is you can keep trying on as you go. Because you're basically done.
Bind off when you feel like that's good.
Yeah.
The halo on this yarn...
It's beautiful.
It feels amazing. Like this is something...
It's a worsted weight yarn. It's 50% alpaca, 50%
kind of rustic.
It is kind of rustic. Slightly thick and slightly thinner in places.
Right.
It's like a woolen spun.
Oh, I love it.
But it doesn't say woolen spun.
I don't think it is woolen spun.
It reminds me of what a woolen spun sort of looks like.
But you can see. See, you can see there's some thinner and some thicker there.
Let me tell you, this sweater, it's been a pleasure to knit with the yarn.
I don't know why, but I always think, how much would I buy that if it was on a shelf? Right? And that's sort of like my gauge of how much I love it. Because I've knit some things where I think, I don't love that. Like, I would not buy that. If I was sitting on a rack, I would not buy it. This, I can tell right away that's something that I would...
Well, and same, that's how I feel about this.
Love.
That's probably how you feel about this. You would buy it again.
I do. I would knit this again. I was actually just thinking the other day. I love the fabric so much. This was in the laundry for a long time because I'm way behind on laundry. And I put it on again this week and I was like, oh my God, I would like to knit. So I'm really excited to get back to my boxy that is about this long.
I say I want to knit one of these right away, but there's some other ones that I like, the lemongrass.
I know.
Anyway, I'm going to have to just narrow in. Find a pattern.
And I like variety.
I do too. So what I really want to do is before I go to Stitches West,
Yes.
find my colorwork pattern.
Yes.
What was that one that Susan B. Anderson just knit?
The Birkin. Love.
Very tempted on the Birkin.
So nice.
Because of its shape. It's a nice square shape.
So I have that pattern because it's from the Lina magazine, the very first one, I believe.
Yeah.
So I have that pattern. And I think what she does is change needle size at one point, and that's what creates the you don't even increase.
I actually think Susan did not do any increases. I think she likes a straighter sweater, if I'm not mistaken. So you guys can customize if you want some shaping or no shaping.
Yeah.
I think I like it without shaping.
Well, I guess you try it on and see.
It's available. The pattern's available as a single pattern.
Caitlin Hunter is unbelievable. I would really like to knit every single one of her patterns.
But I'm not married to it yet. I haven't found...
It's a good one.
So if anyone's got suggestions, I want a traditional color work sweater.
Yeah.
Knitted
You
around.
need to just get on Ravelry and pick your weight. Do you want a worsted weight? And use those filters down the side.
I didn't find any that I was like jumping out at me.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, well, I've put a few together, and I don't know if you're going to like them, but I made a little photo album in my photos. Like, I did screenshots on Ravelry, and then I put worsted weight and how much yardage I would need, because I just feel like that's handy when you go to these fiber festivals. Because otherwise, I come home with single skeins of speckled sock yarn.
Well, that's what I wanted.
And shawl projects. Like, I wanted to have sweaters, and I wanted to know my yardage.
Yeah, so
I think that one's really pretty, too.
The Starfall.
Starfall by Jennifer Steingass. I think that's really pretty.
Show them all.
And that one's DK.
I want a worsted.
This one is worsted, the Telia. Again, this is by Jennifer Steingass.
Okay, so that's gorgeous.
This one is one I'm dying to make. This one I think is so pretty, and I would steek it as a cardigan.
I think, oh gosh,
that's the one
beautiful.
Debbie from
Periscoping.
Okay, Humulus by Isabel Kramer.
And she is the straight, boxy sweater that I love.
Oh my God, she's amazing.
Maybe I start with one color like that first.
Right. This, I want to make it like just...
Actually, Tracy, maybe that's what I'll
So this
do.
one is worsted, and it's woolen spun. We could go to the Barrett Wool booth and buy yarn for this at Stitches West.
Oh. Yeah. You're going to have your phone with you, right? So we can look at that? Okay.
Oh, yes. And we're gonna do live videos from there. We're gonna do some YouTube live videos. We're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna bring stitches to you guys, so that will be great. Well, your sweaters, amazing.
Do we have any? Let's talk about our cows.
Oh yeah, we do. We have a couple going on. You start.
We have a couple finishing, you guys.
Yeah.
But we also have the Jodi and Tracy shawl.
Yeah.
It ends not that far.
I know.
But you have time to cast one on still because it doesn't end until March 5th.
Yes. So you can add, if you haven't started one, and really we're going to be pulling just from that one thread. So even though if you cast on or whatever, we're going to do a few prizes from there.
Yeah.
But even if you wanted to finish one, you've got enough time, especially the Jodi shawl. It's DK weight on a bigger needle.
It goes quick.
But they're both so beautiful that, of course, we have to have a knit along.
Yeah.
I've knit 2 Jodis and a Tracy now.
Wow.
And I would knit them again. I'll knit
too.
another one.
Yeah.
I'll knit another. So, and then we've got right now our surprise party shawl knit along is going on.
Helen Stewart.
And that ends the 28th of February.
So the end of the month.
So another 12 or so days to finish that one. There's amazing shawls being put up in there.
I love seeing people's combination. It just changes the look and the feel of the whole project.
Yeah.
I just love that.
It's so personalizable or customizable, that shawl, because you've got your base color and then the 5 or 6 mini colors that you add into it. You can just make it so unique.
Someone did
a
rainbow mini set.
Every single one is stunning, and it can be a stash buster, and it's just so beautiful. So I have to knit one of those because I haven't done that yet, but I love it. I think it's so beautiful.
Me too.
And we started our sweater palooza. What? And that's just a place to go hang, see what everybody's knitting for sweaters, get some encouragement, some support. We just started that thread in Ravelry just because we're so excited about sweater knitting.
We want you to get encouraged. We want you to cast on your first sweater.
Totally. And you were saying you think this is a great first sweater.
You guys.
Quick, Easy, straightforward.
Yes.
Not tricky.
Nothing tricky about it.
I think you just follow exactly what Hoagie says.
Yep.
And
my length and everything is different. I just stopped a little earlier with the straight stockinette and added some more ribbing. So it's not like I'm adjusting the pattern.
And I mean, that's with any project.
Totally.
You get to decide how much ribbing you want.
You could knit straight stockinette with an extra inch so it rolls to match here.
You can do
right? I mean, there's
there's
lots to think about.
Yeah. So we love knit-alongs. We love running knit-alongs and joining knit-alongs.
Yeah.
And of course, we have our sock bash every month. Crazy sock knitters want to knit along. And that's really, really fun. So we love having those knit-alongs. We have a crazy amount of people in our Ravelry group. It's like 13,800 members in our Ravelry group.
Don't we love that?
Crazy.
I love to think that we've connected people in different parts of the world that didn't know each other previously.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that happens.
With their common love of
yes.
colored string.
Yes.
And patterns and all that stuff.
So we're going to be finishing 2 of our knit-alongs by March 5th. One on the 28th, March 5th. So we're going to have to put our head together and think about what we want to...
We'll have to think of something.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted a hat knit-along.
I think we should start that maybe end of August, September. Or end of August. Yeah. What do you think?
Well, I also think I would love to be encouraging people to start knitting their holiday knitting now. Yes. I don't want to be the November, December. I mean...
You are every time.
Every time. And I don't... I mean, as much as I love knitting for people, all these new patterns come out. And I just feel like, squirrel. I want to knit that. I want to knit that. So it would be really great if I could be a little more organized.
So what we'll do is we're wrapping up 2 knit-alongs. Let's add 2 knit-alongs.
Yeah.
So
give us your suggestions in the comments below.
Yeah.
What kind of knit-along would you love? We've typically been doing lots of shawls, but this sweater one's great. Maybe we do a colorwork knit-along, and that's what we put our sweaters in, because we could cast on. See, and I mean, it can be anything. It can be mittens, hats.
Let's do that.
Colorwork.
One of them will be a colorwork.
It can be those Christmas ball. I mean, it can be anything that you want to do for colorwork. But there's so many beautiful colorwork sweaters now.
Oh,
right?
And we both want to do it.
It's like the trend.
I think
people
we
are
should.
Really doing it. Okay. So that's high on the list of maybes for knit-alongs. Okay. I love yarn mail. Oh, shoot. I forgot my yarn mail upstairs. That's okay. But the other day we got chocolate mail.
I know. Okay, so we have... when we recorded this the other day, I mean, we went through it all.
We ate the whole box.
So
I'm so sorry. Can I just say we loved them. So Elaine and Catherine are EH chocolatier. They're amazing, you guys. This is, artisanal chocolate.
These are special.
As much as I love my Dove chocolate, they're nothing like that. This is really beautiful, handmade, extremely high quality, special stuff.
I am low on Dove chocolate. I have none.
Mom. We need a chocolate hookup. But this was amazing. This was their Valentine bonbon box. Okay.
Should we show anything?
Okay. Let me just give you a little bit of a recap. The hot chocolate one had homemade marshmallow and like chocolate truffle running through the middle.
It was terrible.
Ridiculous. It was so good.
You guys, look at this. Little lovebirds.
The burnt caramel one, they all had like a ganache filling. The burnt caramel one was dark chocolate. Is that what's that one? The birdies. That's Star Anise pink peppercorn.
You got to try that.
Okay, so some of the flavors sound like, I wouldn't like that. There's one that was lemongrass and Thai chili. It was spicy. But it was good. Like, I love beautiful chocolate like that.
So you really get the pink peppercorn?
Okay, the pine nut cinnamon was so good yesterday.
Okay, take our word for it. They're all delicious.
We're still eating them. That's how good they are. Okay.
That's nice.
The pepper. You can really taste the pepper. I love it. So these ladies are treating us, and they say, I'm not sure which one, but P.S. she says, my sister is a huge fan of Grocery Girls.
Hi, sister.
Hi, sister. These guys ship anywhere in the continental U.S. I would highly suggest you go to their website. I still dream about the Earl Grey tea caramels that we had.
If you ever get a chance to treat yourself to a special sweet, The caramels.
Treat yourself. Treat
Oh my goodness. Treat your friends.
a friend.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The tea.
What a great hostess gift to bring a gorgeous little box like this.
The tea infused caramels were ridiculous.
Okay, you should see their peanut butter cups. They look out of this world, and I'm
Okay.
sure they are.
Thank
so
you,
thank you
ladies.
for the chocolate mail, you guys. That was so good. And I wish they shipped to Canada. That's all I can say.
So
Because
you know we're easily bribed. Food, chocolate.
high quality chocolate is always welcome. Can I just say
It could be
that?
low quality chocolate, but we really like the high
We do
quality.
love Coffee Crisp too. It is great. Great, great, great.
Should we do sock talk?
Let's
been babbling.
Let's do sock talk. I still get a thrill. Knitting socks is like comfort food for me.
Sock talk. It is, isn't it?
I
There's
love it.
something
I
about
love it. Even, we're thinking about getting one of those sock crank machines. I will still hand knit socks because I love
I won't.
it. But
No, I might.
But you'll
I
still
might.
be hand knitting
Yeah.
probably toes and heels and stuff. So you're still going to get some knitting in. But,
Right.
I
agree.
watched Amber Yarn Hoarder today. She's cranked out like 7 pairs of socks in the last 2 weeks. Finished. That's my dream, to have a pile of socks
In your
to
drawer.
be gifting.
Both gifting and
Because
in
at
your drawer.
this point, I knit for myself because I don't get enough,
No, there's
done.
not enough time.
and I'm, I guess, very selfish sock knitter.
Totally.
And I have kind of small feet, so they're done pretty fast.
Yeah. Show us your sock talk.
Okay, I have an FO.
That's gonna fall off.
Bam. How about that?
My goodness.
Okay.
That is beautiful.
Those are the Apple Blossom socks by Helen Stewart. And I knit them in Yarn Ink in her cephalopod colorway, which I don't know that I've actually seen it since I bought this one.
Do you know how long ago you showed that skein of yarn?
Yes, but do you know what? I've tried to cast it on several times. I love it so much. And I've pulled out a couple of things because I was like, no, it's not just right. Like,
Yeah.
I really want it to be awesome,
Yeah.
whatever it was. So these are actually one of my most favorite pair of socks I've ever knit. It was really easily memorized. They're ribbed, so they fit really well. They've just got these little eyelets here and there. It's
Wow.
super simple. They've got a heel flapping gusset. I love it.
Fits beautiful.
They fit great. So I don't know that you can look for this color, but maybe Alicia will bring it back one day. It's gorgeous.
Her sock base
I
is
would like
beautiful.
a sweater in it.
It would be gorgeous.
It would be stunning
Yeah.
in a sweater. Anyway, I
These
love
are
them. I'm so
so-
thrilled they're done so I can wear them.
Yay! Now
I wanted it more kind of neutrally socks. My sock drawer is like a crazy riot of striped socks, which I love.
These are
but I
beautiful.
need more of these. I need more
Look how
socks like
beautiful
this.
they are when you block them.
Jodi, they're awesome. They really are.
Do you fold your socks like this?
No.
When you just put them together?
I
fold them?
go, so my sock drawer is like this, and then they're all lined up like this. I just kind of
I
fold
do
them together.
this. I shouldn't.
Really?
Yeah. But
Why
I also
not?
wash and dry mine. Whatevs. Okay, Peppermint Mocha.
Oh, this yarn is
Freckled
so pretty.
Whimsy.
So
Remember?
pretty. Yes.
You're going to get bored of seeing it, or are you?
No. Who would get bored of that?
So I was about to hear last time, so I knit this much more.
You've knit a lot.
Boom.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Added a heel.
Stop it with that blue and the brown and the pink together.
How it's like they were meant to be together.
It's an out of this world combination.
Right?
Yes.
So I used the Susan B. Anderson Smooth Operator socks. I used Kirby Werby's cut-in version to start.
Perfect.
YouTube Kirby Werby. And then I did the center double decrease.
Which I love.
You guys, it is so sturdy.
Okay, so this involves one stitch on the front of your needle and one stitch on the back needle. I've done this and I love the result that you get because it's very firm. Like it doesn't pull apart like a little seam can, but I found it a little fiddly with magic loop.
All I did
Because
was,
you're working on the last stitch of the one
right.
round and the first stitch of the other needle. So I'm just wondering, what did you think of
when
that?
you got to the end here, I would just pull this through and bring it around.
Oh, so I must be...
What did you
I don't
do?
know what I did. I don't know, but I remember thinking, it's fiddly, but obviously I should just...
When you had your last stitch, everything else here was knit, and there's one more stitch to knit. You
Yeah.
just pull this.
Yeah, no, you're right. Not
Right?
as fiddly. I guess I should do that again.
I didn't think it was fiddly.
Okay, good.
But this is the first time I've done the center double decrease of this Smooth Operator socks.
And?
I would do it every time.
Yeah, it's good.
Wow. Because I have done the knit two together, and I find even tugging really securely, you get a little bit of a gap.
And it's not as snug, to be honest with you. And then sometimes you'll put it on and you'll see a little ridge where the stitches are pulling.
I don't like that.
No. And
this you guys,
this will solve that.
Not a bit. Well, I'm trying to hide what I did here. I shouldn't do that. So you pull one stitch around. I think I did it twice one time, so it jogged me over once.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I don't care. I didn't go back to fix it.
No.
But you guys, let me tell you, I'm pulling. You cannot see where this seam...
I agree. So the Smooth Operator sock, we've knit, I don't know how many, like I've knit so many pairs since it came out. And we think it's a great one because it's practically a tutorial. Susan has so many pictures in there. She has instructions for magic loop, instructions for double pointed needles.
Yeah.
And pictures of everything, pages of instruction. Like it really is like a little class.
And she keeps updating. Like this was an update long after the pattern came out.
So there's heel options.
Yeah.
Right? There's not just one heel.
Well, because not everyone fits, right? The same
and
heel.
she's got tips and tricks. And then at the end of the pattern, she's kind of condensed it for the more seasoned sock knitter. But there's a lot of info in there if you think that you'd like to start knitting socks or you're new to knitting socks. We totally would recommend that pattern.
It's a great
as a newer one. Yeah. So kind of for everybody.
And being a person with a very high arch, I've talked about this before, I thought there's no way this heel. You knit a lot of several rounds before you start decreasing to give you some extra room. I would knit this heel every time.
I agree. The first afterthought heel I did was years ago. It was in one of the first socks I knit, of course not my first sock, but it wasn't, I had not knit very much before then, and I knit just the typical afterthought heel, which is like a toe. And there's not as much room for your heel, and I tell you, it did not fit well. Then this pattern comes out, and it's like changes everything.
Why didn't I think of that?
It's simple, a simple change, but it makes a huge difference in fit.
Huge.
Okay, I have one more sock.
Yay.
I have a hoe. Bam.
Did you just finish that?
This is what I finished. So this is the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas socks by Danny. I think her last name is George. Like now that she's designing. Danielle. Would you pronounce that George?
Yes.
Okay.
Or Jorge.
Maybe.
No, I think I would say George.
Hi, Danny.
Kisses.
Anywho.
Sorry.
No, so I cast these on Christmas break. It was going to be my Christmas Eve cast on, but I was still knitting Dad a hat, so it didn't happen.
You were till the final minute.
But I did cast them on within a day or so of that. And this is Yarn Ink in her Neverland colorway. Stop it. Feel how firm that is. This is her 80-20 base. This was her 75-25 base.
Huge difference.
The fabric, there's no comparison.
Yeah.
This is the same needle knit on, the same stitch count. Like, this feels much firmer, denser.
I love an 80-20.
I really love it. And so this is what it looks like skeined up. I am just crazy about, of course, this color too.
Look at those Christmas trees, you
guys. The pattern, I put this one sock on. It is going to spur me on to the second one because it is so cute on.
I really love this little one bump that you
Isn't that cute? There's a little twisted stitch that goes all the way down. These are really, really fun to knit, really simple to knit. I think I cheated on the ribbing up here. I don't think I did as much as you're supposed to.
Well done, Jorge.
What?
Danny, this was her first design that came out.
First design. It was a big deal. It is a big deal.
And I think it's amazingly successful.
So many people are knitting them. It's really fun to knit. So it's got lots of stockinette, which a lot of people love, but it has a little bit more interest too, which make them special.
A lot of thought went into this.
They're
because it's her Christmas Eve, right? Cast on. I think they're gorgeous.
I would totally recommend the pattern, and I would recommend the yarn. And I knit it on my Chaogu mini twist needle, which I love.
You guys.
I love, love, love. This teeny weeny cable to me was like made for magic loop. It's not inhibiting at all. It's like the perfect magic loop cable.
This can stay in that twisted up that she showed you.
It never kinks.
It never curls.
This a lot.
Treat yourself.
I did get a set of these a while ago, and I use them all the time.
Yeah.
And I would buy the set again. Sometimes I buy things and I think, I didn't use that very much. I shouldn't have bought that. I would definitely buy these again.
I do. I would 100%
So
agree.
whether you're saving for them or you want them for a birthday gift or you're just going to be like, treat yourself, I love them.
Didn't you have Danny's come up with some more? Another sock
this
pattern.
is like the Danny sock show, because she did just come out with another pattern, which I think is so special. She's very unique.
Yeah.
She's one of the first podcasts I ever watched. It's called Little Bobbins. It's still one of my favorite.
I completely agree.
It's still one of my favorites.
Yes.
And I loved, and if you haven't watched, I'm so jealous, because then you can go all the way back and start watching.
Bobbins is her dog.
Little Bobbins is her adorable dog, and she's got a really cute cat now.
Yeah.
And she's married, and we met her mom, but now she's designing, and she has started the Vintage Love Story collection. And it's based on her engagement ring.
This story.
So she has a vintage engagement ring that's about almost 100 years old. And it's got two names inscribed on the inside, Cyril and Rita. And Danny actually just came out with her newest episode yesterday. So I'm going to say go over there and watch that, and you can hear all about it. But these are her first socks. It is going to be a 3-pattern collection, which I'm so excited about.
So she's imagined what socks Cyril would wear.
And the story. Who's Cyril and who's Rita. She's made, every pattern's going to have a little bit of a story. I get goosebumps thinking about it.
Wouldn't it be amazing if someone in the land
knew?
Oh my God, I had an uncle and aunt named Cyril that were... Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. So if you see her beautiful ring right there, this pattern has some stitches that kind of mimic how the stone is being hugged. You can see the twisted stitches are forming that little hug around the stone. So I've really just barely started, because it just came out a couple days ago.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Isn't it pretty?
So why 3? I haven't watched her podcast. Why just Cyril and Rita?
I think she just thought that makes... I mean, 3 is a pretty typical number for...
3 in a collection?
Yeah. Well, they're going to be individually published patterns. So when you buy the pattern, you get the 1 pattern, which is great, because maybe you love one more than the other. So I have started these. I love them. And they're ribbed, which to me makes it fit so well.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of knits. So if those people that aren't big on purling,
let me tell
you.
Go
for it.
The item that we knit for Craftsy that we've just finished made me learn to love purling.
Right. You just get in the groove.
You do.
You get in the groove. It's not as bad as people think. So this is
Those are beautiful.
This is my Mrs. Brown's scrappy sock sack. And I have blinged it out with our 2 pins, our new pins.
Yay!
Tell me about the sock sack, Jode, because people have been asking, when are we going to see more sock sacks? Have you planned that at all?
I have more fabric coming.
So not yet, but you'll let us know.
You know what I found? I found the eco canvas that was that sort of shinier, thicker. Remember you saw?
Yeah.
I loved the end result in the sock sack. So I've got more coming. I actually thought it would ship yesterday to arrive today, but it didn't. So probably Monday.
Okay. That's
very,
awesome.
very,
People
very
are asking.
soon.
Okay. Yes, keep an eye on Mrs. Brown's bag. I mean, you still often have bags just in your shop. It's not like an update thing.
It's never an update.
Yeah.
I just pop them in the shop.
Yeah. So I'm really, really, really working hard on my single sock basket, because Helen Stewart's new collection, the Handmade Sock Society, has just released, and I bought this pattern before Christmas, and I'm going to get 6 patterns.
It's beautiful.
Stop it with these winter rose socks. All I want to do is cast them on.
Why don't you?
I'm going to. I'm going to. Who am I kidding? I just finished a pair, but I'm going to cast this on and keep working on it. And I've got my second beach grass sock. But I'm totally going to cast on.
I actually think you shouldn't. I think you should finish Danny's sock and the second one to that.
I know I have a lot of single socks.
Yeah, I think you should wait.
And let me tell you, it's a good feeling to finish the pair. So
as much as I am,
maybe
I'm cast on everything. I really think you should cast on a second.
I don't love having a giant pile of single socks.
Right.
Why don't I knit 2 at a time? I don't
cast that on again and finish it.
I'm going to. This afternoon I'm going to cast on the second so that I'm going.
Yeah.
It's really fun to knit too. I think that's part of it, picking the pattern that you love to knit.
I agree.
Yeah. So I think that's it for sock talk for me.
Me too.
And I think that's it for my knitting. I don't think I've forgotten anything.
Did you see Andre Sue Knit has the cutest enamel pins that she designed?
She's so cool.
Look at this sheet. Do you guys, if you guys follow her at all, didn't she do a rug hook?
Yes, the rug she did is exactly that sheet pin.
How gorgeous is that?
It's unbelievable.
Hers are silver. And then she's got this bundle up Farrell sweater.
So cute.
These are for you.
Oh, I love enamel pins.
And I wanted to say,
oh my God, Jodi, I love them.
Andy, I had ordered 1 and 1 just for you. Andy sent 2 and 2. Aww. So thank you so much for the extra pins.
See, and I was very telling thoughtful. You, oh my God, that's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes, that's really beautiful. I think I'm gonna get a picture frame. I've got a bunch of old picture frames, and I'm just gonna cover cardboard or something with felt, and I'm gonna start putting them in something like that.
Or what you can do is at Staples, they have rolls of 1/4-inch cork.
Yeah, that's cool too.
That you can even cut out.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I love them. I would hate to lose them. And I just think they're really fun when you can put them all together.
Yes. They all have memories, right? Like you look at that and you think of Andy.
Oh my gosh. And her rug that she hooked with this.
Her rug hooks are stunning.
She's an artist.
I would love a
Everything
class.
she does is amazing.
I would love a class.
Wouldn't it be fun to just go hang out with Danny?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would love it.
Danny or Andy?
I mean, Andy and Danny.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
But you're right. Their names are so close.
I know they are.
They're just twisted like that. Okay, Jode.
Finally, we have the information.
So this is, now we're going to get into things that came to our mailbox. And this one was from Christmas. You gave me these. Oh my God, I love them so much. You're going to tell us about these, right?
Yeah. So
shawl pins.
It's funny. On Etsy, I just searched for shawl pins, and these are the ones I narrowed down.
They're so pretty.
And realized when I checked out, she's an Edmonton maker. She lives in our city.
Oh my gosh.
You guys, they're handmade, the most beautiful pounded silver.
And it weighs nothing. Like, nothing. So you know, that's going to really be nice for shawls and stuff.
I had gotten Mom one also. This copper one sort of...
These twirly ones are pretty.
They really just...
So do you just sort of spin it like that?
Yep, and it catches both fabrics, and then it sort of...
Just keep on spinning.
Keep on keeping on.
Okay, well, I love it. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty?
Yeah. So she's got tons. So she has an Etsy shop.
It's like pounded wire or something. A new rain. A new rain.
ANU Rain Designs. ANU Rain Designs.
Okay. And this one's got kind of a cool stone in the middle.
That's a white on white background.
You could turn down the brightness.
Let's do that. You're so smart. That's where I get my bags for mailing.
There's Jodi's purchase history on Etsy.
Wrapping me up. Fabulous Etsy store for shipping supplies. It's US, but their prices are amazing.
Okay. Yes, they are. Their shipping is expensive.
Shipping what?
Yes. I've ordered from them before, and I practically paid what I paid in shipping for
bags. A lot of times they'll
But that's to Canada. Shipping's the worst. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good then. Yeah. That's good to know. I love them, Jode, so I'm so glad we can tell people where to go to get them. So we're going to be linking, of course, everything. We're going to have a show notes section in Ravelry. If we were the good kind of podcasters that introduced ourselves, we would tell you. We have a Ravelry group.
We are the grocery girls.
And that's where...
Georgia!
What time is it? Oh, that's Jackson. Okay, what else did you buy? Bam. You wanted these for a long time. I bought
these in December. Remember?
Yes.
So I bought the large...
Oh my gosh, Jodi, this is nice.
You can buy a half set, which is the smaller needles to size 5.
5 millimeter?
5 millimeter.
Okay.
You can buy the half set, which is the 5.5 and up. And then you can buy the double.
The Big Mac Daddy.
You save some buying the Mac Daddy. And that's what
a nice little case, too. So tell us, these are Chow Goo? These are Chow Goo. Tell me about them. Oh, yeah, the cords are the bomb. I only actually have one Chow Goo needle, and it's a fixed circular. I loved knitting with it.
You know what drew me to this? 60, the tip. Just the tip. Just
That's
a little.
what Jody's.
Just to see how it feels.
This one's good.
It's just like the zings where it's sharp enough, but not to poke your finger.
Right.
But you can make 16-inch
So knitting. Jody got the shorter tips.
Yeah. So basically, I got this because I'm such an avid hat knitter.
Right.
I've used it for a couple of other things. I'm an avid hat knitter.
Okay, why does that not fit that one?
Oh, I don't know. Here.
There must be ends for the. This is the bigger needle. It would need the bigger cord.
I have the bigger
cord. I can see that right there. So the smaller needles have a smaller end, but this one is on the larger side.
Right.
So it goes.
So
okay,
half of your needles fit one cable, half fit another cable.
Got it. Easy to screw on and a very nice join.
Beautiful join, you guys.
Look at that. You can't even see a ridge or anything.
And you have your little tool to give it a little tighten.
Okay, back in the day, I used to think needles with the key that you tighten
were annoying.
Would not be good.
Right.
That it would come. If you need a key to tighten it, obviously it's going to come undone. I tighten my zings every time I put them on, and it's just a little nudge. It's not a big thing. I've never had one unscrewed.
Me neither.
So I've changed my mind about those.
I think you should give it a tug. And it comes with tug on this.
Again.
And what are those?
Stitch markers for all sizes of needles. Yeah.
They're crazy fun.
Nice needle gauge.
And then you've got some connectors and some stoppers.
Got it.
You got little connectors if you need to put two cables together.
So basically you can make way more needles with an interchangeable set.
Yeah.
You
could be knitting a giant Afghan.
And it just saves you money.
Yeah.
It saves you tons of money to have interchangeable needle set.
This is my interchangeable sets are my go-to sets.
Yeah.
And it is the Zing Melodies that you got me.
Yeah.
And now the Chalgu are my two go-to sets. Yeah. I don't have to own another needle.
I know.
Just single sock needles.
Yeah. I can't believe I just bought more needles.
Is it coming to you? Is it hitting you now? So
no, I'm very glad to have them. I'm really glad to have them.
I'm not as much of a tool buyer as you are, but when I decided I needed another set and I got these, I thought, worth every penny.
It really is.
Yeah. It
really is. And I just get such joy out of my one signature needle that I thought to myself, why don't I have more?
Yeah.
I love them so much. I knit every day. Why don't I have more?
It's like one golf club.
Yeah.
One really good one.
But honestly, at this point now, I'm thinking there's not necessary to have any more needles, right? I do like what I've got.
You guys,
what?
What's left of you? Oh, show us, Tracy. This is...
I bought some mini skeins for swaps, for gifts, for whatever. But I really want.
Aren't you taking all of these away to Edinburgh?
Well, thanks for like ruining the surprise, Jodi.
Oh, ballsack. Sorry. You can cut it out.
No, okay. I am not editing.
Okay, good.
These are gifts. But I really wanted it to be local yarn.
Yes.
And we just happen to have an incredibly talented dyer right here in Edmonton. We've got more than one. But I was just, on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I'm going to ask her if she does minis.
Her colors for this spring.
And she really didn't. She didn't do speckled minis. So she did this special order for me, and I don't know what's going to happen. This is Christy from Sugar Tots. I am crazy about her yarn.
Do you know what she needs to do?
So talented.
Mini sets.
I said to her,
I want one of each of these.
I said to her, I can make a fade out of this. Like, there's so many colors in here that go together. So the colors are Banana.
Oh my gosh.
Which to me is so beautiful. Like, this is totally something that I love. That's what color it is.
Oh my god, that's gorgeous.
So it's got your minties and your neons and your pinks and lots of the natural.
That is so fun. This is Frenchy, you guys.
Yeah.
And it's peachy, and it's a couple different pinks, and it's got the dark speckle.
That's going to be so cute.
Oh my gosh.
This one really caught my eye. It is Spun Sugar.
Gosh, that makes me happy seeing
the
that.
The green and the lavender and the blue and orange speckles and stuff. I love it.
So
I love it.
Beautiful.
She's really, really talented. This one, I can't wait to see what it's going to look like.
This is called Sea Glass, you guys, but look at that.
Yeah. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh yeah, I guess me holding up something here is not helping. That's the color.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, she's so good.
Don't you love a mini? Especially when there's multiple of them together.
When this came, because of course she brought them to my house. She's beyond sweet. This is Nectar. And I saw Nectar on her Instagram and I said to her, can you please dye up a full skein and add that to my order because I love it. I could have a full skein in every single one of these colors. Well, you know what? So I really, really love.
This is my new bag fabric.
It's so
Remember I showed you guys?
beautiful.
I had the bulky.
Jodi.
You see why? I saw it on her Instagram and thought, I need that.
So Christy does bags,
yeah,
charms, the polymer clay charms, and yarn. I said to her, you're nuts. Most people just choose one or two, but she does them all. I know. And she does them all really well.
Really, really, really
well. So thank you, Christy, for hooking me up with some beautiful speckled minis. I don't want to give even one away because I think they're so beautiful, but I think
you should keep one of everything.
Well, I'll probably buy more. You know, like buy a full skein or
Christy, I would like you to list
maybe at some point she'll do a mini set of speckles and then I'll get that.
I would like a mini set of speckles.
So she's awesome.
I would love that.
Yeah. Oh. Anyway, she's talented. She's always got beautiful things in her shop. You can go check it out.
Look how this gradiates.
Oh my God. I want a full skein of this because I think it's going to be incredible for socks.
I think we need to message Christy.
So it's Sea Glass. Sea Glass. Love it.
So gorgeous.
And I did get yarn yesterday, but I'll save it for our next podcast. It's so
crazy.
Beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I a couple of skeins of mohair I bought too, which I don't have any mohair and I really, really want to start adding it to some things.
Speaking of mohair,
yeah.
Who is the designer of that sweater that everyone knit?
Zweig? Oh no. The Sunset Highway?
Yeah.
Caitlin Hunter that did the Birkin.
She's just come out with a brand new pattern.
I know.
Have you seen how gorgeous it is?
In the last year, she's dropped so many beautiful patterns.
It has mohair held together with one of them in it.
Hey?
Yes. Because Cozy Posy Yarn had kits, and one of them was an exact matched mohair to one of the colors.
Well, I bought two beautiful skeins of mohair in this kit, in this yarn. So
do you love it?
I love it.
Is it hedgehog?
It's Stranded Dye Works.
Okay.
So from Amy, who again another.
You're gonna meet her.
I know.
How excited
are
you?
I'm really excited. So Amy has a podcast called Stranded, and her yarn company is called Stranded Dye Works, and she's an awesome dyer.
She's a wackadoo.
She's so much fun, but she's a beautiful knitter.
She's a beautiful knitter.
She's just knit a gorgeous colorwork yoke sweater, and it was one of those Norwegian patterns that give you almost no instruction, and she just kind of winged it. Like she figured out the sleeve decreases, and she did it differently than it was written. So anyway, I love podcasts that show me lots of knitting.
I do too. I like lots of knitting, and I like lots of yarn purchases.
Yeah, totally. People that don't get, I mean, we're trying to keep this industry going.
Yeah.
We love knitting and yarn. So I buy patterns all the time. I buy yarn all the time. Like, yeah, it's a big deal. I love it. And I'm not going to apologize for it.
No.
No.
No. No. Okay, I am done with knitting and showing. I do have a little show and tell for Mrs. Brown's bags.
I love it when you bring your bags. And I see a stack here that's like drool worthy.
So these are my bucket totes. Let me just show you one that's empty.
Tell us about the bucket tote. The shape.
Well, I was inspired by, you know, like Jenna Rose, and then who was that other one you got me for Christmas?
Buku does a tote. Lots of people
lots of bucket totes, but I guess recently, because I was just given a new one recently, I thought...
And because you're knitting sweaters. You need something...
I need something big.
Yes, I think so too.
And so, Spoonflower has denim now. So it's this super heavy twill.
Jodi, the fabric's awesome.
And so I've done bucket totes.
And can I also say, I like a bag that doesn't zip up at some point. Like,
I do too.
I like an open... You knit from it... It's really very multi-purpose and handy.
Yeah. So right now in the shop, you guys,
you're knitting them. They're a little bit smaller. Like they're not gigantic. So
I didn't want a giant one.
They're easy to take.
Yeah.
And they're going to fit lots of projects.
So these are all listed in my shop right now, as well as I listed about 20 Notions pouches today.
Did you?
Just today before I came. So
and this, oh my gosh, that color. So this is the Fawn and the Fox again?
Yeah. This is Mountain Range.
So pretty.
This is one of my original Malabrigo.
So pretty.
This is Lavender.
Look at that color. I love that color.
I know. And they all have...
That says Easter, spring, pretty, feminine.
They the pictures, some of them photographed, it looks like the handle was black. It's definitely a charcoal gray.
All of them have the same gray handle.
All of them have the same gray handle. Loose change.
Classic, beautiful.
Isn't it?
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. This is so
This is really fun. This is the new one from Lolo Did It that's called Scrunchies and Spandex.
It's so pretty.
It was a club colorway, and now recently it's been released. I photographed it a couple of different ways, and I left this, I blew it up a little.
Huge stitches.
I blew it up a little chunkier, and then this one is
This one shows a lot
smaller.
of dark, so they really look a little bit different.
Yeah, they do.
I noticed that the Lolos now have a Lolo warehouse. Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
They would have been doing a happy dance, don't you
All
think?
the yarn, but like, you could just run around and just drag your hand down all the yarn. Like, but really, when you've been working out of your home and you move to that next level of, I don't know if it's retail space, but it's certainly wholesale dyeing area and shipping, and it must just be such an amazing transformation for their company.
And I wonder,
congratulations, Lolos.
wonder if the intention is to have a bit of a retail space there.
I don't know.
There was a lot of space.
Okay, speaking of retail yarn, people in Denver and Loveland area can go buy Hugh Loco yarn in person now.
Yeah. Lucky people.
Follow her on Instagram. She has some retail times.
She's open today. It might be closed by the time you see this.
Wow. Wow. Again, yay,
last one.
Nicole.
Turquoise speckles. This is a hedgehog fibers. Chubby.
So pretty. That blue is so pretty. I can see why you picked that one.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap these and bring them to you.
Jodi! Oh my gosh. Okay, it only took us 4 tries to get a podcast out to you guys. I hope it was worth it. We are going to be going back to recording podcasts. We've just been so busy since November.
Actually, let me tell you, if YouTube gets its business together, I like the live interaction.
I don't know that it's even YouTube. Who the heck knows what the problem was today? I love the live.
Yeah.
Because we are able to go straight forward with what we want to talk about, and then we do get to answer some questions, which is really fun.
I actually think maybe we try next time. We won't advertise it in case it fails, but try the live again.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because we've been successful a few times already.
Yeah.
So, bye, bud. Bye, bud.
Yeah. It's going to work out.
Okay. Have fun.
Just like me.
I'd be sad, too, if I went to work out.
No, he's so good.
So, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. We hope you guys are loving your knitting. Start perusing colorwork patterns. I have a feeling that knit along is going to be coming up. Finish your surprise party shawl. Do your Tracy and Jodi cast-ons. There's lots of fun knit alongs happening in our group. I'm really grateful for all the people that join and help each other out and interact, and it's really, really fun.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Come see us at Stitches West.
Oh, you guys. We can't wait. We will be in that marketplace all day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we're going to have specified times right at the Crafty booth. But we're also just going to be, you're going to see us wandering around shopping. So
have fun. We'll see you next time.
Have a great week until we see you next time. Mwah.